Welcome to all the Jaguar enthusiasts. Just want to pop up another quick video tonight. My wife's due back tomorrow and she's going to be back all week because she's finished up her work for Dubai. So the videos won't be as much as they are when I'm on my own. Okay, I've basically done a few bits and pieces. I've sorted this scuttle panel out, I put the scuttle panel in. I'm doing some repair work to the window, which when I start to clean it down, go further up the window, it was all filler. There's a big hole in there, so I started to fill it back with metal now, which I'll show you. And a couple of things I want to show you. I've got everything lined up, I've put the bonnet on, everything sits beautiful, I'm really happy. And I'm sure that's because of the Heritage wings and the Heritage inner wings. Certainly not because of the scuttle, but I'm sure that's the reason behind it. It sits perfect. I've not had to do anything on the wing at all. No cutting, it sits absolutely perfect down there. What I've got to do now is punch all the holes with this air puncher, and then on the front, and then I can put it on. But what I wanted to show you is you won't see it very well, but this is still, there's no nuts and bolts, it's not pulled together yet. But this is this extrusion I was talking about that goes on afterwards. You know, you obviously paint the car, you paint these separately. And this is the one that was on the car, which won't go back on because they get really badly rusted inside. There's clips that go on the channel and you push these on, but it's quite badly rusted internally, and I'm just going to put new ones on. If you go to the point of painting them, you might as well, they're not that expensive. But I wanted to make sure that that fitted properly. So I'll take it apart and then I'll pick the camera up because I want to show you a couple of points that I've come across, and I'll also show you the tool for doing door skins, for crimping these edges, for crimping anything. Not for just the Mini, you can use it for anything, obviously. But I just wanted to show you, and as you can see, that's all nice to fit there. So I'm going to take it apart just quickly and just show you what I'm up to. I'll try and be careful with all these pieces. So, as you can see, that A panel is in and this is not, so I'll take this apart. I'll take this off first, this extrusion, so you can see that that's good. But as I say, they get very badly corroded internally because people don't put oil in them. There's oil you can put when you push chrome over something, because inevitably what happens when you put the clips on, you'll catch the paint, or and you put the clips on first and then you push this on. Or you can put them inside, but it's better to put them on first. And they don't put the spray oil inside them, and of course consequently they get rusty. Anyway, so the next thing is I'll take you can see that this is perfect now. It fits right on the money. So what I'm going to do now is I'll lift off the door. I've already got it tightened. That's another thing, you want to make sure you tighten here, because if you don't, there'll be a flex. So I'll take the door off. Give me a second. Okay, so now I'll take this off. I'll take the wing off. You can see it fits pretty much, even with one clamp in it. Pretty much fits right on the money. Sorry about moving backwards and forwards at the camera shot. Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to show you this. So I'll bring the camera over now and show you. So as you can see under there, I put in the new support fillet, and you can see how I've done it. Now the thing with them is that they tend to be a bit larger than this edge. So obviously I've cut it back a bit, because what you don't want is a double edge where water can sit and the rust can start underneath. And as you can see there, when you've got the wing on there, so if the water's coming down here, coming down the scuttle panel and coming down here, the idea is it's supposed to drip off. But you can imagine the water dripping down and going straight onto those bolts and getting rusty in here, and this is why they get so rusty. So if you've got this situation, one of the things is make sure that this is not too up in the air so that it catches water and runs off. Or you could even drill a few holes in there as long as it was primed and painted, and that would let the water run more in the centre. Because people then what they do is they'll, because they're not happy with the gap in here between the wing and the scuttle, they'll go putting silicone in there, and now what happens then is the water just runs down the side, or it gets underneath. Anyway, so that's all in. You can see this was very low, and this was all filler. And unfortunately, you can see there's filler all the way up. The amount of filler this guy's put on here, he could have bought panels. So now I've got a little bit of a dip there, which I'll then fill, and the same on the other side. So I've started to put this A panel in place. Now what I want to do is just show you this tool. I'll put the light on a sec. I hope this is going to work. Don't know. Can you see that? I don't know. Hang on, guys. Sorry about this. Okay. Yeah, perhaps you can just see. So this is the tool here, and you can see it's got this. You can see it's got this plastic end on it. Obviously, this is the bit you want to put on the outside, and the clamp. So as you clamp it together, it gives you a perfect draw. So you can go along and just really just crimp that all the way along. When you start them, when you start crimping them, excuse me, I'll try and do it with the other hand. When you start crimping them, you just do a little bit at a time. Don't try and take too much of a bite. Just, you can see there, I'm doing this with one hand, of course. Let's go somewhere where it might be looser. You can just see, hang on, about there. Very difficult to film in one hand. Hang on, so you can see there, you can see it crimping in. I hope you can. And then you just crimp that in all the way around, but you have to be careful when you're going on the bend, otherwise you'll flatten out which you don't want to do. So anyway, that's the tool. That's the tool that you're looking for, and you can use it for any job, for anything where you're bending around a corner. And as you can see in there, you can see it's all nice in there, and I've tacked it at the top and down the bottom now. So the next thing to do is I'm just going to take this back off again. I'm going to clean this up, put a nice straight edge on it where all the rust was, and drill some extra holes in here and weld it, and I'll clean all this edge up as well. So yeah, that's where we're at. So that's on solid. I've got to do this scuttle up, but there was so much filler on the end, but I mean it was built right up here because they pushed this down. And if I take you around the other side, I've done nothing on the other side, but apart from put it in place, and you can see it's just, I've just welded it there. And again, what had happened is they'd cut the other one out, and they'd made this lower, so they'd fill up there's the filler there. So they had to fill it up with filler. So the best way to do this is just stick a screwdriver in behind it and pull it up. Anyway, that sounds like my wife on the phone, so I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for watching in, and take care. Bye for now. Bye.